Steely Dan on 92.3 WTTS. Good morning, Matt Pelsor. You doing all right? I'm always all right after Peg. It's just one of those songs. And if you're lucky, you'll hear it Saturday, August 12th, because that's when Yacht Rock Revue will make their triumphant return to TCU Amphitheater at White River State Park. I have Nick and Pete from Yacht Rock Revue with me right now. Welcome back to the show, guys.
Thanks, Matt.
Good to be back.
Something I've always wanted to ask you guys. We talked last year, but I didn't get to ask this. I know you guys, you got the chops, and there's probably little that you can't handle, especially now having been doing this for so many years. But surely there have been songs that were particularly challenging from the yacht rock genre to learn and play live. Do you have any examples of ones that maybe took a while to add to the set list because they're just not the easiest ones to do?
Whenever I Call You Friend by Kenny Loggins.
Okay, all right, I see that.
Incredibly challenging on like the a cappella vocal intro, and then the song changes keys like 3 times. I mean, we crush it now, but that was a heavy lift to learn. We learned that one last year.
I'm sure you've gotten the "That's not yacht rock" comment before on songs, right?
You know, it's in our best interest to define yacht rock as broadly as possible, because that gives us the most songs to choose to play live. So we play songs that we don't even pretend are yacht rock. Like More Than a Feeling by Boston is obviously not a yacht rock song, but it's really fun to play. And after you've heard us for a couple hours, it makes total sense, even though it's nothing like Steely Dan or Michael McDonald, you know?
It's all going through the Yacht Rock Revue channel. So it's like, I mean, people set the lanes different widths all the time, right, on what is yacht rock. And as long as we plant firmly down the center, I mean, it kind of, like Nick said, when we choose from left field, it just kind of, it fits the vibe. You get it when you're at the show.
There's so much that's yacht rock adjacent. You'll be just fine picking anything in that category.
Here's the thing. It's the guy complaining, and it's always a guy.
Yeah.
That it's not yacht rock. Like, it's never, ladies never complain that the song isn't yacht rock. It's always like a nerdy guy. And don't get me wrong, I would be that guy if I were in the audience, but it's definitely always like some nerdy guy who's like, oh, that's not yacht rock. You know, who cares, dude? Let's have some fun.
Let's do some lightning round questions. Have you ever performed on a yacht itself?
Yes.
Yeah?
In Greece, off of Santorini.
Oh my goodness. What was that like?
As epic as it sounds.
Has Yacht Rock Revue ever been involved in a wedding proposal?
Yes, and a fake wedding proposal.
Fake one? Wait a minute.
A failed wedding proposal.
Oh no, those are the worst.
In the early days, there was a failed wedding proposal at a Yacht Rock show. That was something else.
Did that kill the vibe of the show, or were you able to recover after that?
It crushed the vibe, and it made it so that I feel like after that we decided no more surprise things on stage because it was so awkward and bad when it happened.
All right, Pete, let's talk about this new live album that's coming out. Can you tell me about it? Where was it recorded? What's it going to be called?
It's called Coast to Coast, and it was recorded exactly that at a variety. We took selected songs from a variety of shows and made the best compilation, and it's all the bangers.
A few of the tracks were recorded at TCU in Indianapolis, as it so happens. We, at the end of the summer last year, picked out the 4 or 5 shows that we thought had the best combination of great performance and awesome audience. And we had tracks that we thought we were going to choose for the album. And then we selected the songs based on, you know, there were 5 versions of Brandy, which one was the best, that kind of scene. And Indianapolis was one of those 5 shows last year because the crowd in Indiana comes out for the prodigal sons of yacht rock.
Well, that's certainly going to be the case on Saturday, August 12th at TCU Amphitheater at White River State Park. Yacht Rock Revue, Nick and Pete. I'll be at the show, man. We'll see you there.
See you there, Matt.
Nice.